Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy here, One Throne Podcast, coming at you guys with my first reaction video. Boom. I always found these interesting, so I wanted to give it a go. Today's masterpiece is going to be by a guy named Casey Zander. You can find him on YouTube. Seems like a pretty cool guy. Haven't seen him. I was just scrolling through YouTube, and I found him. So let's see what he has to say. And again, I appreciate everyone who clicked this video, viewed it. So please like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you must. It means a lot more to me than it ever means to you, I know. But please go ahead, guys, do that so that the algorithm can start picking up my channel. You guys already know how that algorithm works. Let's do it some justice. All right, bro, let's get into this.
Now, in today's video, I'm going to show you the exact type of man that all women cheat on. What I'm going to show you how to do in today's video is to be the guy that does not get cheated on, and you can actually be the guy who understands how to maintain frame in every single one of your relationships. So that way she looks at you as her highest, best option and a sexual companion that she actually craves intimacy from every single day. Now, after this video is done, take this at an even deeper level, okay? To understand and learn MBT, masculine, use and utilize these.
This seems like something I should be taking notes on.
Now, in today's video, I'm showing you the exact types of men that women will always
Oh, my man got the blackboard. Oh, he got the blackboard.
cheat on. And here's what you have to know. You have to know this and understand this.
Yo, I'm dead ass about to get a pen and pad. Yo, my man got the blackboard. He looked like he solved 17 equations. Yo, I dig it.
Deep level. These are going to be some serious bitter pills you're going to have to swallow. So real life doesn't work that way. Like, you got to understand this. Women aren't designed or programmed to love you. Truthfully, women don't give a fuck if they're with you or not unless you demonstrate the proper things that they look for in a masculine man. So here's what you got to know.
Already, facts. Bro, if you're not showing a woman what you're about and constantly stay that man.
About relationships, okay? Men who go into LTRs. You're going to work 3x as hard, okay? Read this with me. You're going to work 3 times as hard to maintain her attraction and to maintain her interest level while getting 10 times less sex from her. Read that one more time.
One more time. He's about to repeat it.
The exact same woman that you were probably sleeping with and she was crazy and love all over you when you were single and you guys were just casually seeing each other, or it was the beginning phases where you guys are dating. Okay, now that you guys are in a real relationship, or she gave you the talk of where is this going, where do I stand with you?
My man got the Dr. Evil, the puberty. Right.
And you've now agreed to this, give it 4 to 6 weeks. You're going to start to have to work 3 times as hard to maintain interest level and attraction of that woman that you think is so damn special while getting 10 times less sex from her, okay? Women fantasize about all different types of men sexually, except the man who's sleeping beside them every single night and pays the light bill.
Another fact. Think about it. If you have chicken for dinner every night, you're gonna be fucking tired of chicken. Same thing. She knows you're coming home to her every night. She knows the bills are paid every month. She's gonna get bored. It's boredom.
So that's what you have to understand. So you might be wondering why. Okay, like, why is it that this is how it operates? Because when you're committed to a woman, you now have the 3 things that drive sexual desire and that makes a woman actually crave a man. You've lost all the mystery, meaning that she knows exactly where she stands with you. She knows what you're doing through the day. When you're busy or when you're preoccupied, she no longer knows or wonders what it is that you're doing.
He's just saying when you stop being mysterious, when you stop being spontaneous with your girl, and that happens through time because you think you got her already. You've already done everything. You showed her everything you've had to offer. So now this is when the boredom kicks in. Damn, this guy's not bad.
You've lost all of the intrigue. Okay, the intrigue
and he should be teaching the class. He's breaking it down for you. Even though you can't read it, he writes like most men, like most of us men. Real men don't write neat. If you're a man and you have a neat ass handwriting, I don't know.
The beginning of the dating interactions was if she can get you or not, if she can lock down the beast, if she can lock down the guy that she wants, and you've lost all sense of emotional turmoil. Okay, the guy that she actually fantasizes about puts her into turmoil without her even realizing it. Which means when she's waiting for his text or his call back and doesn't know if it's going to come through that day, that uncertainty is what builds her attraction.
That's facts. That even works for us men. Women like to chase as well, but it's different. Women like to chase only men that they want to be in a relationship, that they see a future with. Us men, we'll chase anything.
That uncertainty is what leverages her sexual desire towards that guy.
He's just the more mysterious, man, the better you are. But that all comes with staying busy. Not making believe you're busy, but staying busy so that you have a reason not respond or get back to her so quick.
Problem with long-term relationships is now she knows exactly where you stand, and the issue with this is all certainty on all levels kills desire. So you got to understand this. Is I'm telling you this for how the world is. I'm telling you this for how women operate. I'm telling you this as a guy who has seen real life, not only with my own relationships over the past 10 years, but I'm talking about all of the, men that I've seen across this channel.
And there's a lot of men out here with podcasts and shit that, I ain't gonna lie, they look like they never had a girl in their life. Maybe, but the way you have to have some kind of charm. If you're gonna be handsome, if you're gonna have money, charm is the key to all men having women. And I ain't gonna lie, I take some of his advice because he looks like a guy who upkeeps himself. Chris White T got the snapback going. As you guys can see, I'm a snapbacker myself. Chris White T goes to the gym. So these are guys that you do take advice about women, not these ugly dudes out here giving advice just because they got a mic and a camera like me.
This is the truth. So this isn't me being at this from a bitter standpoint of not wanting this great fantasy land of great loving relationships, but this is how women operate. When you give them certainty, it kills desire. If Leonardo DiCaprio has 100 women after him,
repeat after me, guys. When you give them certainty, it loses desire. That's for men and women. Well, no, not men. I'm sorry. Apologize. No, as men, we love certainty, but women, whatever. When we give them too much, it's like whatever.
And he selects Becky, and he says, "Becky, I love you so much. You're mine. Don't ever leave me." Okay, he is no longer Leonardo DiCaprio in that woman's eyes. That's just how life works. Women are backwards compared to your logical brain. So your logical brain is logical. So you think, hey, I'm going to meet this girl.
So your logical brain is logical.
We're going to fall in love. Then all of a sudden we're going to have this amazing sex life. We're going to continue to keep seeing each other. We'll probably get married. And you think the more I'm with her, the more her attraction is going to raise. That is not how it works. It is backwards to how you think. Women are backwards compared to how your logical male brain works. They're emotional. You've lost all your mystery. You've lost your intrigue.
Women are emotional.
Now ruined any sense.
And that's why as a man, you can't be emotional. You have to control your emotions, your anger. Even when you're excited, when you're low, you have to learn how to control all of these emotions.
The turmoil she had before as to wondering where she stands with you. And now guess what happens? She starts to lose desire. So you get her best attitude, you get her best sex, you get her best desire when you're not with her, not when you are committed to her. That's why if you're a guy who actually genuinely wants a woman's best, chances are that's going to come from you not committing to them, not forming any sort of emotional attachment, and making sure that they chase your approval.
He's basically saying you get the best type of girl in your talking stage. Now, this is true for, I'll say, 85% of women. Some girls do if you groom them. This is why men tend to go after younger, because they still at that age when you can teach them things like, yo, I don't like it when you do this. Like this food, do this for me, do this for me. Once she gets to age 30 and above, she's already set in her mind like, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that shit. I can disagree with him here because not all women give you their best during their talking stage. Some girls that ass wait till the relationship to give you the best. But as a man, that is when you're wrong. See, I actually get him here because I do understand you do want your girl at her best 100% of the time. Not 85% of the time. You want your girl from exactly when you meet her to show you already wifey credentials. That's why I call it the trying out stage. Check out my earlier videos.
Here's the biggest, and keep in mind, as we shift over later on in this presentation, you're going to see the types of men, okay, that get cheated on the most. But before we can get to that point, we have to break down these other 2 points. The first point that I'm going to explain to you today is the concept that the whole world sees right now, which is what I call fake high value. Okay, fake high value.
Oh, snap. Boy's about to talk about fake high value. I like to talk about value too. Let's see what he has to say about this.
Typical notion of, oh, just be better, okay, or general self-improvement, or women date up. So what you're going to hear is you're going to hear a lot of guys say blanket statements like, be better than her, or, make more money than her, or, women date up, so you have to have more money than her. And guys think this is an extremely logical decision on these women's end, which is complete ass backwards bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if more money than her. If you already got her, you should have been. Well, there's a lot of broke dudes with girlfriends and stuff like that be living in their girlfriend's house rent free, driving her car. So
men go into this with the idea thinking, oh, I make 200 grand a year, so I'm high value. The nurse that I met makes 65, 75 grand a year. So guess what? I'm higher value, and she's gonna look at me as superior status. Or guys will judge these things like, well, the size of my social circle, or I'm high value because I have a body and a six-pack, or I'm tall and good looking. This is bullshit, okay?
He's right. He's right, though. I mean, there's a certain degree that, again, of course, tall men do get the first glances of, okay, this is my type of guy, because let's face it, I'm a short guy, I'm 5'9", and most girls do prefer a guy that's 6'1". But if that 6'1" is not in shape, it's not someone handsome, and especially is not charming, he's not competing with me. Because one, I'm type funny, I'm charming. Even though I'm on the shorter side, I still got my shit together. So my boy is right over here. It's not the end of the world, my short kings. We getting it, man. We getting it.
Things are great attraction triggers. So like, here's something to have word for word so that way I can explain this properly. These things right here trigger attraction. So she might look at you, and if you're 6'2" and you're jacked, okay, she might think, oh wow, he looks attractive, okay? These things get your foot in the door. These things make it easier for you can get or maintain or set a date. These things get it to where she's interested in seeing you for 1, 2, 3 dates, okay? You can even have sex with women off these initial attraction cues. She's gonna look at him and think, man, that's a good viable option for me. Look at
That's true.
all these attractive things that he has in his life. However, here's what you gotta know. These things do nothing, and I mean nothing, to maintain the attachment. Meaning women will still exit your life just as quick compared to when you didn't have any of these. And you have to understand this because men have the wrong idea of how to satisfy hypergamy. Men have the wrong idea of what is actually high value to a woman. And men have a backwards idea and understanding, and they think that high value is something on paper, when in actuality, high value and satisfying a woman's hypergamy is a feeling that she has. It is not an actual logistical decision like, oh, I'm 5'5", he's 6'2", and he's jacked. Therefore, I'm naturally like he.
That's facts, though. That's facts, though. For those of you who do not know what hypergamy means, it's just, let me give you an example. For instance, if a girl has been dating a guy that's been making $50,000 their whole life, but she's hot, and some guy on Instagram hits her up like, yo, I want to fly you out, I want to book you a hotel, I want to take you shopping, all these good things. From that woman on, this woman is only going to chase those kind of guys. She thinks that her status, her level of dating, her dating pool, should be guys who fly her out, take her out, do these things. So this is an example of hypergamy.
So you might be sitting here wondering, well, what's the secret to actually getting a woman hooked? Well, I'm going to explain this to you. I'm going to say this in the politically correct terms, and then I'm going to say this in the truthful terms, so that way you understand this, and when you see other content creators maybe online or whatever, you can weed out the bullshit. The politically correct term that everybody says is you need to act higher value than her. Okay, this is bullshit because that can mean a lot of things to a lot of different people and to a lot of different men. When they say act higher value,
act higher value. No, you fucking become higher value, and you don't come and you don't do this shit for her. You do this for yourself, for your family. If you have kids, you do it for yourself. When you become high value, when you get through a breakup, if she cheats on you or if she leaves you, you become high value for yourself so that you can get yourself a better bitch and more bitches. You don't do this just so you can get revenge on her. That's cool. You can use that as motivation, but that shouldn't be your sole target because you're still gonna have a big old black hole in your heart. The best way to get past her is to get over 20 other women. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna become a better high valued man for yourself. So he's right. You don't become a higher valued man than her. I don't even know how that goes.
it's like, oh, I'm higher value. They don't know what that means. Here's the truth. I don't care how this sounds. You have to understand this. You have to act like you are better than her. You have to act like you are above her. This is how you satisfy hypergamy, and I'm going to explain why. The guy who acts like he's above the girl as far as attraction level or sexual market value, I don't give a shit if this guy makes 25 grand a year. I don't care if this guy lives in his mom's basement. I don't care if this guy drives some beat up 1996 Pontiac G6. I don't care. If this guy over here who drives a Bugatti and makes $5 million a month and all this crap, if he acts like he is pleasing to the woman, ready and willing to be available, ready and willing to commit time, ready and willing to commit attention, he is going to drastically lower her attraction because he's revealed his sexual market value that she is on his level. Therefore, women are no longer feel like they're dating up. Hypergamy is a feeling.
He's just saying don't show a woman that she's ever basically needed in your life. And this is more, I guess, during the talking stage, because if this is your girlfriend, right, you want to keep her at a certain degree. Yes, you are the king, and nothing is above the king except for God. No, she must have that energy. You must have that energy about you and that charisma and that value she can never be above you, meaning that any man that she goes out, she won't find another charismatic, another man with money, another well-dressed, well-groomed man like yourself. The total package, with the glue being charisma, not your money, not your physicality. It's being who you are. But he's just saying you must keep her at a distance. She must always know that always gonna be under you, never above you. Some women here might think that's gross, but if you think about it, it's all about power. You don't, as a woman, you don't ever want to feel like you're more masculine than your man, you're more manly than your man, because then you go cheat.
Above her. You have to act like you're better than her. And yeah, you're going to come across like a prick. You're going to come across like an arrogant asshole.
Hey, girls like assholes, man. But I'm sure he's not saying, fuck you, I got money. But, you know, he's probably saying don't respond to her, leave her on read for about a day or two. You know, I'm not. Yeah, he's going in. Fuck with him.
I'm going to explain why you have to be that way or you will get cheated on in a second. The guy who snubs them, the guy who pushes them away, the guy who ignores them, the guy who never makes the girl a priority, this is the man in her head who seems to be the best, biggest, baddest, strongest dick and will satisfy hypergamy the best. The guy who's ignoring them, the guy who never makes her a priority. Even one thing that I've done in the past, back when I first started my entrepreneurship journey, when I was working probably 13, 14, 15, 16 hours per day, I put stipulations around when women can call me or not. This did the craziest thing to drive desire. I would go to maximum desire. The guy who puts stipulations around when she can even talk to him or not, like if I would.
Yo, that's facts. That's fact. If you're texting early, you tell a girl, and you know she likes you, right? I can't talk right now. Or just don't leave her on read. Hit her back later. I was busy. I do this and this and this.
Send a text that says, hey, do not call or text me until 7 p.m. I'm busy, period. And she wouldn't hear from, like if I sent that early in the morning, if a girl tried to text me a couple times and like I stuck through to that, you're going to watch that drastically raise attraction. The guy who...
Again, this is only if she's feeling you. You can't implement this strategy if she's not feeling you. So if she's not feeling you, you just costing yourself a bad bitch. But again, we're not chasing women. If she's not feeling you, you shouldn't be dealing with her anyway.
Put stipulations around when she can and can't even talk to him or communicate through the phone of when she'll get a reply. This is frame. So once again, your logical male brain, this isn't going to make sense. You're going to be like, well, if I snub them, if I ignore them, if I'm not making her a priority, isn't that going to piss her off? No, because just like I told you over here, women are backwards. They go off of emotion. The guy who's willing and able to do all of this, 3 things cross in her brain. Number 1 is he must have a lot of options, meaning therefore he doesn't need me. Number 2, he acts like an arrogant prick, therefore this is satisfying.
Women like men when they have a roster. If you're a man with no roster, you better front to these girls like you do. Yeah, I'm talking to a few. And, you know, most likely she is too. But yeah, women like a man that has options.
My hypergamy, therefore I'm turned on. And number 3, what she's going to sense is this guy's probably an alpha and doesn't necessarily need emotional attachment. You got to understand this. A lot of women genuinely just want dick from time to time. They don't want it. They're not.
Facts.
Looking for a husband. They're not looking for a boyfriend. They're not looking for anything other than a guy who can turn them on.
Especially if you're in college.
It is never going to serve you in a bad way by acting like that from the get-go. If she wants more of your time, she'll tell you. If she wants a relationship, she's going to be asking things like, where's this going? When can I see you again? So it is never in your best interest to reverse those roles because you're actually ruining the element of what love is like in a woman's eyes. A woman wants to look up to a man. The only way she can look up to you is if you act like you're higher value than her, and that's the politically correct version. What I'm trying to tell you is you gotta act like you're better than her. You need to act like you're above her.
I mean, I understand what he's saying, but please don't just go to these women and be like, "You, as soon as you get your numbers, fuck you. I'm better than you. Don't talk to me. Hit me up at 7." No. Have your charisma, but you know there's ways to go about it. I can show you. I'm gonna make a video about that coming up, but I hope you guys are not taking this as literal as he's saying. But I do understand he's saying it's more of an energy thing.
If you act like that, that arrogance is gonna come. So now you might be wondering, well, why did I name the video this? Because women cheat on men who refuse. Okay, read this with me. Women cheat on men who refuse to become the arrogant pricks that they deep down desire.
Yeah, this motherfucker's funny, bro.
This is going to be a painful pill that you're going to have to swallow, but you got to see this for what it is. They only crave these types of men sexually. These are the types of men who turn on their emotions. These are the types of men who put them into turmoil or chaos. These are the types of men that they genuinely want to submit to. You have to accept this for what it is. Women cheat on men who refuse to become the arrogant pricks that they desire. They only crave these men sexually. The reason being, he actually seems dominant.
They do love the dominant man. That comes with masculinity. So if your woman is more dominant than you, man, you ain't no rule, man. You better go ahead and listen to some Andrew Tate or some shit.
Reason being, he doesn't give a fuck if she comes or goes. She might not hear from him on the text for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. He might not call her. There might go 2, 3, 4, 5 months. Maybe he saw her a few times. She fell out of his life. He had other shit going on. Then he calls her back a few months later. She's like, whoa, why didn't you talk to me? Blah, blah. This is the type of guy that they fantasize over because he's actually mysterious. He actually creates turmoil. He actually is intriguing. If you don't demonstrate these things, you're going to lose out on a lot of the women that you're wanting. So, the biggest element that an arrogant man has on his side is she's going to look at him as charismatic and cool and calm and laid back because he...
Cool, calm, and laid back. I like cool, calm, and laid back. I feel like I'm a cool, calm, and laid back. That's because I'm about my business. I really don't have time to sit there. I ain't gonna lie, I'm bad at dating, man. I'm bad at. That's why I'm only on dating apps, because I could talk to women whenever I have time and expect too much so early. But to sit there on dates and just hear women talk about their life was good. What you wearing under that?
He seems to be the type of guy who can get other women. So this right here is why she loves him. She loves him because he can get other women. She loves him because he does not need her. Okay, she loves him because he does not form emotional attachments, which makes him seem more masculine and more dominant than any of the other men that she's been with.
That's facts. Women love a man that they think that doesn't need her. That's facts. Promise you, for those simpy men or those men that wives that don't really know how to text, leave a girl on read. If she likes you, if you see that she may be giving you some energy, leave a girl on read. Or if you know she's a girl that responds to you frequently, but you don't know if she likes you and she hits you up, leave her on read and then get back to her maybe in about 2, 3, 4 hours. Practice that routine. It's gonna work wonders for you.
And see, this allows her to stay in her feminine energy. So if you don't adapt these mindset principles, you're going to be screwed. And I tell you this because you got to understand this too. I really believe in taking complete ownership, and I think a masculine man has to take ownership and all that
100%.
shit. But here's what I can tell you too. I also believe that every single man out there is a victim of their own circumstance. And if you were raised in a generation where you saw movies and TV and music that's all lovey-dovey and gushy, like you only know what your eyes see and what your ears hear.
That's facts. And I'm sorry, I was raised by a single mother, but it's single mothers who raise the weak man. I was raised by a single mother, but my mother was like a fucking man. Again, for you guys that don't know, I was raised in Harlem, New York. I'm Dominican. My mother is Dominican, an immigrant Dominican. Bro, she played no game. She whooped my ass like a grown ass man until, I became a bigger size and she couldn't whip me no more. But she still was hard on me. She still made sure I became a better man. And she's one of the few women, well, most guys I know in the 90s were raised by single mothers and they grew up like, man, I guess it's this 2002.
So if you have been programmed from ages, 5 years old to 35 years old, and all you've seen is men who act lover boy gushy, and Valentine's Day is a big thing to you, you're going to be sorely mistaken when your girl's getting piped out by a different guy. So,
yes. That's facts. And you know what's crazy? You won't know because girls are such good liars, bro. They're such good liars. You would not know. She could have the previous guy's cream pie in her and you would never know, bro. You would never know. Man, this guy's on point.
This right here, and see, like,
I wonder if my guy has a PowerPoint.
Societal ways is actually how some men are probably born with more alpha characteristics that have been watered down. So you don't even get to fully embrace like your own masculinity in the ways that you probably could. So this is what you have to accept. These are the types of men that a woman cheats on. Women cheat on men, okay, who refuse to become the arrogant pricks that they deep down desire. And if you can internalize this and embody this, you're going to be far better off than any of the other guys.
Yo, so yeah, man, my guy was straight to the point. He was accurate. I wish I could read his handwriting in the back. My boy, if I could get in contact with you, send me that PowerPoint. But that shit was funny. I appreciate him being so honest. And he was right. The main thing about that was to be rare. As a man, you want to be rare. Where one, your girl doesn't see you too much, you're not around too much, that you're always available. It sounds as a weak man. When you're rare, when people don't see you, but they hear about you, it makes you like a hero. Damn, where's Ralph been? Ralph is always working. My Instagram, you can always see me. I'm always working. So when I do make time for people, when I do make time for events, I'm not going to say I'm a big deal, but people will always happen to see me because they don't always see me. And that same thing with your girl. So for the most part, 99% of the video of Casey Sanders, I agree with my guy. Again, if you want to go see him, you could go catch him on YouTube. He has a channel named Casey Zander, Zander. Go catch my guy. Again, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. It means a lot more to me than it means to you, but I always appreciate it. Stay tuned for the next one, my kings.